Alright, hello everybody, this is Demon coming back for another round of the Vicky 2 USA. So, as we said before, we are expecting not to finish what we needed to be done with. I'm not going to get everything. As I said, I'm trying my damnedest. If I could, I would keep going, man. I want to keep going, but I can't. The game will end at some point, and when it ends, it ends. I can't force this game to continue. It makes me quit. So what we're trying to do... Oh good, I have troops there. Is we are going to try our damnedest to finish more of this out. Um, I'm getting ready for another military build-up, so I'm getting more boys built. I think we said the USCA is our next taker, so that's 2 years. Mexico I won't be able to do till 31. France I can't do till 32, and even then if I go to war with them, I'm probably going to end up in a similar situation where it's like a 3-year war, or a 5-6-year war. Canada's almost done in 1927, coming next month, so we'll probably go ahead and go to war with them. I guess our goals can be Alberta, Saskatchewan, I have no idea how to say that, and Northwest Territories, and we'll see if we can secure up to this. If we can at least get that, at least we have like the northern reaches under our control. We have the northern wastes. But if we can't get everything, I'm fine with that. As I said, I'm happy for this game. This is actually probably the most I've had the balls to declare war and keep doing it. Because usually I never go into this high in infamy. I never do infamy this high. I usually never do. The rebellions, even though they're happening, they're far in between. Like, they're not that bad. It really isn't that bad. And the United States is just doing too well. I mean, we're ranked 1 across the board. Our industry's at 4,400. Nobody's close to our industry besides France, and they're a whole 1,000 points away from us. Militarily, we are the only one in 4 digits besides China, but China just has a zombie mob, and the zombie mob is currently dying somehow, and I don't know how that's working. And in terms of prestige, we have like over 500 points in comparison to France, who is the next highest in prestige. Again, industry is still popping. I love this industry. Look at it. It just keeps building. My capitalists are doing an excellent job. This will probably be maybe how I'll actually play as if I ever get a liberal in charge, is just tax 100%, do tariffs, and then just let your industry kind of do its thing. I actually never thought about playing this like this. I've never like considered it before. I don't want any more Mexican troops. I just want Yankees and Dixies. Yeah, because I usually never play it this way. I've never really considered it as a playable way, because it seems so weird to be able to play it this way. It's like, why would anybody want to play this game in the way that I'm playing it right now, which is you just keep going to war. I like having peace. And I hate having my infamy so high because that consciousness just keeps rising. And with that, I think the techs are done. Yeah, we're all in tech. That's new. Haven't had that happen yet. Is there anybody I can still build into? Chile's an option, but we're not really allied with them anymore. But they're in my sphere. There you go, Chile. Your economy can flush. Here's flushing. Venezuela is still trying to build the ones I built decades ago. Jesus Christ. Anybody else? Not really. Alright. I'm not involving myself in anything that has to do with frickin' Asia. My concerns right now are North America. Oh, did we already do our war justification? No, I forgot to do that. Crap. Go ahead and do that. It's going to take about a year. Favorite jingoism. When's the next one end? I think it's USCA's, ends in January 29. Alright. I think we can get the one for Canada finished. We'll see how much land we can get from them. I'll try to go for Alberta. I kind of want to go for Alberta just because it makes the most sense. Yeah, we just had a huge rebellion kick in again. Kill that, kill that, kill that. Any other places where the rebellion kicked in? Not really. Go ahead and start sending the troops home. Well, not home, but they gotta get to their places. Go there, pick these boys up. They gotta be ready for the Honduras front. Yeah, and I'm just gonna play the rest of this game out. I want to finish it this episode, so it's a little bit after 11:15, so episode's been going on for a little bit, so a couple minutes at least. So yeah, we have I'm surprised we got all our research done. It's actually been going pretty well. All right, so you guys got finished. I have troops there. Quebec the Canadians have troops stationed up there on the northern side. This front's pretty much guarded. Let's send some boys up to Caribou. Those guys will be all on defense. That's fine with me. Let's go ahead, upgrade our fronts. Maybe we probably won't get done before the war starts, but at least they're starting. Some might finish when the war breaks out. Get those going. I don't care about the rich. Build those bad boys up. Build this up. St. Thomas. That up. Does the port need upgraded? No, it doesn't. Okay. This side needs upgraded. Upgrade that. El Salvador side needs done. Rongo. Sonora. Where's Yucatan's? That. This needs done. Done. Beat the poor, wherever the hell that is. West Territories. Vancouver's still upgrading. More prestige. I love it. Upgrade Micronesia. Hawaiian Islands. Probably can't do anything with these yet. Nobody's gone here. Wait a minute. I have more British people in Wake and on Wake. What about Midway? What's Midway look like? All the British people went to the frickin' colonies. They're like, oh, these silly Americans. We go there instead. I'm just like, okay, bro. Good. Get Tahiti's up. And Easter Island. Excellent. Okay, we're going to go for Alberta. Support them over there. Go over here, go here, go here. Go there, go there. Here, here, here. Going in. I need more reinforcements. I didn't think they'd be that ballsy. Really ballsy move right now. They have gas attack? No, they have gas defense, but they're beating my army. That's not good. Alright, you guys can retreat. Head far down into the inland part you can head to. Gentlemen, you're going in, you're gonna start killing their troops. I'm gonna start uniting my troops together. They're just gonna go in and start murdering them. Kill wherever you need to kill. Keep doing it, boys. Head down south. You guys are gonna keep pushing. Put together. Okay, gentlemen. Head here, head here. Push here. You guys are gonna push north, help them out. Cost 80 points, Jesus Christ. Alright, start killing them. Guitar side of the thing, excellent enough. Alright, boys, you guys secured this, head home, get into the good parts, and then you guys just push west and start killing again. Oh no, you don't get to run away, you little bastards. That army's done. Head southeast. Okay, head back home. You guys are getting out of there. Head south. Want to accept that peace treaty yet? Nope. My favorite part is the fact they keep trying to kill us, but they can't fight this war forever. Look at that, they already have rebellions popping up in their territories. If they keep this going, it's going to end badly for them. So what I'm kind of placing my bets on is I keep fighting them in different territories and winning the battles, and then it just results in them accepting surrender at some point. Still unable to accept offers. I want you guys to head down south. We have too many rebellions down here. Go to Fort Rupert. Kill them there. Send in reinforcements. Quick, 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 quick. Got the dub. We got the dub. We're gonna have Kingston kill it. SCA. Damn. Par State. Scandinavia, you accept peace yet? You definitely would accept the white peace. Okay, voice held there, there, and there. Head here. Want one of you guys to head back here. Head over here, kill them in the mountains. They ran away, kill them. Here, 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 and then push here, secure back America. Head there, here. Still unable to accept it. Or better yet, unwilling to accept it. Head to Denwood. Yeah, I was actually hoping we were able to get the, what do you call it, the rest of the USCA, but it looks like we're not going to be able to this time around. Just have to live with what we got. We will get Alberta, though. That I'm happy about. Screw the rest of Alberta. If we control the whole state, they'll have no choice but to accept it. Push here. Secure that. $28K stack and stay behind. Yeah, secure this. Head up here. Here, head here. Alright, all of Alberta is getting secured. Yep, we have the total war goal. Excellent. America grows larger. Okay, head here, boys. Head here. Gentlemen, head here. Here, here. I want all you guys out of there. Alrighty. Alrighty, that stuff's good. When is the war goal for this end? In about 88 days. Mountain. Kill them, I don't care. Is this 100% done with the railroads? No, they never did finish all this. This was a nice little war goal, though. I like this one. This was a fun one. The broken American states. So bad. It's doing so bad. The fleet can grow larger. 20 new ships. I'm just gonna keep commissioning more ships because why the hell wouldn't I? Look at my economy. Jesus Christ. I love it. Alright, that needs built up. There's still forts that got taken during the fighting, so this area needs rebuilt. That'll need rebuilt. I know you got taken, so you need built. Yours didn't. You didn't. Alberta needs a big upgrade. Territory over here got taken. I know one of you got taken. There are the Alaska front. Are you serious? None of these got taken? I thought they did. Maybe they were just sitting on them for so long they couldn't take them in time. Alright, well, we're going for Costa Rica. Kill them in Guatemala. Take that. Take this. I'd rather than be fascist anyway. Jesus, they keep mobilizing out of Guatemala and dying from their troubles. I already accepted peace. Thank you. Okay, you guys are going to head over here. I want more troops here. You guys are going to head to Yucatan as well. Please. Well, the USCA is non-existent, so I don't care what this game says. They're not a country anymore. It's just Guatemala at this point. When does peace treaty end with you? March of 1932. When is the one with Mexico? Alright, it did. Excellent. We're going back. You're going back in. Economy is just thriving, man. This is what happens when you just let your economy do its thing. I think to even this out, we are going to go for Nuevo Leon. I think that's the best way of evening out this territory. That way there ain't just a big gap here. I think what we'll do, in my honest opinion, is probably end it with the war with Mexico. The reason being is like always, I hate being at war towards the end of this. Especially the end of the game, it just kind of gets repetitive at this point. We'll probably take a few years just to see how everything's looking. I haven't looked at Europe for a while, so we'll go look and see what happened in Europe, see if Germany's done anything, Austria-Hungary, France, Russia, Britain. We'll look at other places across the globe and just keep the speed going at speed 4. And see if anything really went on. Because the thing is if I go to war with France, I'm going to be sitting here, and it's not going to end in time anyway, so it doesn't matter. Like, nothing I could possibly do would end the war any faster, besides just sitting back and laughing. Rebellions are starting to get more numerous, so everybody's getting really conscious about what I'm doing, but the largest group of rebels is the anarcho-liberals, so I don't really care what they do. And nobody can really complain because I still have the most of the world's migrations, sitting at nearly 19,000. Canada doesn't have that much. Brazil, well, Brazil has less than the Canadians do at this point. 4,800 compared to 5,100. Wow. But like I said, it's just a matter of like how much I'm willing to put into it. And I'd rather sit back and relax and just click things for the rest of the time. Because by the time I finish this war, it's pretty much done anyway. The only thing I wish I could have gotten was this. Just said this was connected, but overall, this was not that bad. The only thing I probably would change in the campaign, in terms of the war we're at right now, and what we were able to accomplish, was I probably should have started a little bit earlier in the war side of things, because I honestly thought more of the AI would have been smart enough to declare war on me. They never did, so... Head here, head here, head here. You two head here. Kill them. Mexican army's already gone. Head south. Oh god, don't head south. Head here. Just cock block them for a little bit. Consciousness is already that high, who gives a damn? Okay, reinforce our boys where needed. Send these guys in here. So let's see if there's any areas they need reinforced. None. Send the 30k stack in. Send these gentlemen too. You guys can head. Oh, no, 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 no. Stay here. Stay here. Stay here. Head south. Okay, we've encircled Mexico. She's willing to accept peace. Excellent. Alright, Mexico is now a very weakened state and cannot do anything. She's backed into a corner. Here, 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 here. No, head here. Bad AI. Alright. I guess that's how we'll finish the game. This will be it. This is America. The United States of America. She has done well. She has secured the Western Corridor. The entirety of Alaska is now secured. I have nothing to be afraid of on that side. Nobody can ever invade it. We have the largest fleet in the entire freaking game, sitting at a very large, hefty 139 dreadnoughts, with one more getting built. And I don't know if it'll get done in time because it needs artillery. Same time, I can say with pride that we did a lot more than I thought it was accomplishable. I thought the AI would actually put up more of a fight, but let's look at what Europe looks like. So, wow. Okay, this is actually kind of a mess. So, at least from what I'm seeing, it is a damn mess. The only person that's still stable is probably Great Britain. Great Britain's probably the only country out of this entire group in France that is not turned into a hotbed mess. Jesus Christ, this is weird. So, at least from what I see, Great Britain has secured its territory. It is still Great Britain. The Labour Party, or the, yeah, it's Liberal Party is in charge. It went anarcho-liberal, and now it is a, what is that? It's a democracy. Really? So His Majesty's Royal Government, they overthrew the King and Queen and formed a democracy in Britain. Now, do they receive any migration, or are people hating them? That's what I thought, bitch asses. Does that say? Okay, it said 20,000 for a second. I think I seen a 20. I thought it said 30. I was about to say, holy shit. But in all honesty, this was actually a really fun campaign. Somebody said try to go for all of North America and secure it. I tried my damnedest, okay? I did pretty damn good, I think. I got most of it. The only thing I'm missing is this big portion of Canada. I'm missing this central portion of Mexico and a little bit of USCA. Beyond that, we're just missing one island in the West Indies, and we're missing St. Pierre. Overall, I honestly believe this is actually a really good U.S. Could we have started earlier? Yes. I think if we would have started in about 18... I want to say instead of waiting until like 1912, we would have started in 1900, 1890-ish. I think we could have more easily secured more territory. No, I'm not backing on this. I'm not involved. No. Oh god. There's gonna be a world war for this. That ain't gonna end well. I actually gotta pay attention to this now because I need to know what happens. Whoever Russia decides to support, I'll probably back them. Because if two of us select the same side, it's more likely that they will join it. Actually, no, one thing I could do. What year are we in? We're in 34. And we'll slow down soon enough. Great Bear acquire Ivory Coast from British River during their cyber crisis. I mean, that's just gonna inflame everybody more. I don't want to be involved. I mean, if I can get out of it, I really don't want to be involved in this entire freaking crisis to begin with. Oh god, it's gonna be a world war. Actually, this is a horrible war if this takes place. It's gonna be Britain versus France, and neither one of them are gonna be good. Yeah, that's what I thought, bitch asses. Thank god. Yeah, but I would say Britain's the most stable country out of the entire group. It still owns all of its mainland. The only difference is it doesn't have the king and queen in charge. It went democracy, so it's sort of like us. It took a bit of extra piece here in Spain. It still has a little bit of a colony in South Africa and a little bit of portion of West Africa. It owns the Suez. Did it actually build the Suez Canal? It did. Okay, so somebody actually did build that. Thank God, because I was going to be salty as hell. Germany and oh, you crazy, bro. Crazy, bro. In terms of its other colonial holdings, we pretty much pushed Britain out of. We completely pushed them out of here. They were out of North America, and I'm actually happy about that because I never thought Britain would be pushed out of North America. I thought they'd put up a hell of a lot more of a fight, and they didn't. So the Western Hemisphere is no longer controlled, except for like some islands off the coast of South America, which I honestly don't count the Falklands or Georgia. Is it Georgia Islands? Yeah, it's the South Georgia Islands. I don't really count them. They're off the coast. They're just little naval bases. They're not going to do anything with them. If I could have, I probably would have went full war for them. But it wouldn't have been worth it playing as who I'm playing as. We'll probably also look. They have that. They have some. They still have some of the territory. They still own a good chunk of British India, but as you can sit there and see, a lot of Western India kind of went independent and broke free, and bits and pieces of Central and India as well broke free and gained their independence. So Britain's kind of been pushed back. Burma still owns all of its territory here in like was that Rangoon and crap like that. So they held out. They own, I think they own all of Malaya except for like a couple of those Dutch islands that the Dutch own. So that they have a tiny bit of territory here in the Pacific. Is Australia still considered? No. Australia is not a part of them, but it is a secondary power. What about New Zealand? New Zealand had the exact same issue, and it looks like it has the North Korean flag. It's a leader right here. So that doesn't shock me that much. So they aren't as colonially wise. They're not as strong as they could be. We'll probably jump down to speed 3 since we're starting to get along here. Same time, France. France owns Catalonia. It took portions of the Rhineland, surprisingly enough. Pieces of the Rhineland, Baden. Actually, it conquered Baden and actually got pieces of the Rhineland. So it is in like mainland Germany. At the same time, she only has she has all of Catalonia, even the Balearic Islands. Algerian coast it controls. It has a little bit of, it has a tiny portion of West Africa and some of the, I guess you could call it Angola and like maybe pieces of Congo and stuff. It did get control of Madagascar, and they're pretty much the only colonial power that still has any colonies here in North America. They have 2 little islands, Guadeloupe and Saint Pierre. Overall, we did push them out a fair bit of their other Caribbean islands, so I'm kind of happy on that front. The only thing I wish else I could have got is them out of Guyana. I don't know how to say that. That'd have been kind of neat to have gotten control of, but we didn't get it. But at the same time, I'm fine with that. I don't expect it. I wasn't expecting to get it. It was like a secondary plan had everything else worked out for us. Let's go ahead and get my boys here. Did that last ship get built? Last ship did get built. Good. Go ahead and get my boys here. Get over here. Same time, I don't know where else they have colonies at. They did get Madagascar, as I said, and they own a little bit of North Borneo, that tip is colonizable, and then like northeast New Guinea. Overall, they didn't really get too much in terms of colonies. They kind of own just a little bit more of mainland Europe, which I think is probably more advantageous than the colonies are at this point. Because as we saw, Britain had its colonies and it lost everything pretty much. It only owns like half of India now. Let's go ahead and get these boys back, and we'll keep looking. And fine, let's do good guys there. Italy surprisingly didn't do that good. I thought they would have stood a much higher chance of pulling something off, but they just got their asses kicked again and again and again. And I just don't understand why the AI has so much trouble with Italy anymore. It's just like it has such a tough time doing anything. And look, too, Sicily's actually took its territory back. It got Sicily, and it got the healed portion back. So Italy lost territory to Sicilies. Two Sicilies also has a portion of Africa. Are they considered a great power? They are not, but Italy and them are both secondary powers, so I don't know what'll come out of this. Pretty much you have the monarchy here and the fascists up north, so it's like Mussolini owns the north side and the king owns the south side. So that's not a big shock. We're going to get down to speed 2 now, because we're getting closer and closer. Other than that, I don't think they have any colonies anywhere. No, they have nothing. Austria-Hungary, on the other hand, that was a bit of a mixture fight, like when Austria was still there before it formed this. But it was a big back and forth. Like, we could probably discuss something on Germany. Like, North Germans got their asses kicked a fair bit, went communist, and they just kept getting destroyed, man. I've never seen Germany get its ass kicked. Like it just seems like it's happening more now that I play this game. They rarely form Germany without my help or getting lucky enough to form it by just getting lucky in a war. But it never like just forms naturally where it takes Alsace-Lorraine, everything just comes out, and it just does it normally. They got sandwiched between France, Austria-Hungary, Russia, and Scandinavia. Like they just kept dealing with wars. And as I said, the Austria-Hungary fight between these two is just that was a mess. North Germans take this territory, take all of the Czech lands, and then Austria-Hungary fights them and takes Schlesien, but doesn't take the territory they lost. Then the North Germans somehow got lucky while it was getting broken apart to somehow retake everything. The only thing it's missing is its Schleswig-Holstein territory, where the Kiel Canal is. It's just missing that. The Rhineland, Baden, and then Alsace-Lorraine, and then Germany would be the German Empire. But, I mean, in the end, they couldn't even do that, so it's sad. And I don't think... They don't have any colonies. Nope. Yeah, this is just a damn mess. This just turned into, like, one of the biggest clusters I've ever seen of just utter mess of war. Scandinavia surprisingly held out. They lost the northern portion of Norway. They lost the coast. But, I mean, they still own Denmark and the rest of their territory. So, I mean, even if they lost this, it's not as bad as it could have been. They surprisingly held out. Other than that, I mean, they lost all their colonies on my end. I don't think they have their colony here. Oh no, oh yeah, okay, yeah, this is all Scandinavia. I was thinking Darker Boy for France. The Scandinavia owns a big portion of Central Africa, Central Sahara, and all this region. Sokoto ended up surviving because they took it because they never went to war with them, and they protected them too. So Sokoto actually ended up surviving until the end of the game. They're partially westernized nation too, so they actually survived until this point. So good on Scandinavia, they saved a country. At the same time, I'm looking at other stuff. The Ottomans, I mean, they lost. Did they regain Thessalia? They did. They went to war and took it back. That's a dick move. So it looks like the Ottomans, they still own most of their Balkan territory. They did lose this because Romania formed. It looks like they lost Bosnia to the Austrians, so they lost that from them. Looks like they kept most of their territory out here. They kept Tripolitania and then that Central Africa region. They took Western Egypt. They did own all the Sinai, but it looks like Britain must have speared them and then built the Suez. So they still own a good chunk of their land. And then they own the other eastern portion of Africa. So overall, I'd say they didn't do too overly bad. They still own a fair bit of territory, and they do have colonies. Somehow Iraq formed. I haven't seen Iraq form yet. That actually is kind of cool. Actually, I don't think I've ever seen Iraq form. And we'll jump down to speed 1 because we're getting closer and closer to the end. Persia, in the end, it pissed off the Russians, and you know, when Russia's angry, it takes your stuff and kicks your ass. So that actually is kind of funny. So they lost the northwestern region and the southern strip region along the coast. Uh, and in the end, Russia still took this and Finland. It still owns most. It owns all of its western territory. It just doesn't own Tuvalu. That's the only thing it's missing. Otherwise, they owned all their colonies that they originally had, like Sakhalin, Kurils. They gave us Alaska, thank God. One time I did. They made me go to war for it. And they did take a small island out in the Pacific Ocean that is currently 87% Russian, the Bonin Islands. So this is probably their retirement place. Beyond that, I don't see him owning too much else. China formed the Chinese Empire. It is now one great China. Mega China. They didn't get Tibet. Japan didn't really do much beyond its own territory, so it's weak as hell. I mean, it's still considered a great power, but it's very weak. It still owns Okinawa and the Iwo Jima Islands, so, stuff like that. But Philippines, independent. I would have liked to have gone for them, but I just didn't want to risk wasting time in the Pacific when my goal was to take everything in North America. That wasn't really a goal for this series. Besides that, Spain survived, still in a tiny bit of colonies, but it's pretty much a dead state. Colombia took a portion of Venezuela. So Venezuela's been pushed back. That's not good. Other than that, there's not too many other countries I want to discuss. We only have about 13 days left, 12 days left. Besides that, looks like that's about it. There's not really much going on. Korea survived as well. Mexico, USCA, Canada, we were very close. Very close. I wish we could have had... If we would have had maybe 10... I'd say 20 more years. We had 20 more years. I would have started a little bit earlier. I probably could have at least killed these two. Maybe not Canada, because there was no way to guarantee this was going to form. But we definitely could have secured this. I don't know if we could have kicked all of France out. The only thing that I could have did differently is just keep doing the whole elections and then pray to God that I get jingoism up. But again, there's no guarantee you're gonna get it. So every time you do the election, it's just, to me, it's just micromanaging that I don't care about. So in the end, it actually worked in our favor because we got a lot of land out of this, and I'm kind of happy about it. Then I got the populace in charge for a little bit, so they game changed the entire United States, so they have a huge impact on the Republican Party again. Besides that, oh wow, look, that went from American Denmark to American Europe. Pog. As I said, that's about the only thing I could change. If we would have done this 10, 20 years prior, we could have gotten the rest. At the bare minimum, USCA would have been done, and we might have gotten maybe 1 or 2 more states off of Mexico. So Mexico would be much smaller. I don't know about France. We might have been able to get the rest of the islands from France, at least the Caribbean island of Guadeloupe. I don't know about Saint Pierre. I probably don't know if I would have went for that. I probably would have went for it if I had more of Canada. But we probably have 1 or 2 more states in Canada, Canadian provinces. But overall, I can't complain with what went on. Our ending migration pattern is sitting at a solid 12,900, almost 13K for migrants coming into the United States. Most of them coming in from, who is it? Germany. Germany is sitting at a solid 5,100 people are coming here. So Germans are coming in mass. Chinese are coming here now too, and the Russians. So Germany, I'm assuming, is because it's just a mess of a country that they're all just escaping. How red is it? Oh my God. Yeah, that's a mess. And the funny thing is look, you can see emigrations to Canada, Brazil, Australia, and Colombia. So there are people coming to the United States, and then there's people in the United States leaving to these other states. They're heading to, like, I don't even see the point of going to Canada. You've seen the United States getting in war with Canada. So if you are leaving the United States to head to Canada, I probably will conquer Canada, and then you'll become my citizens again. So your other choice is Brazil, Australia, and Colombia, which personally, if it was me, I'd probably go to Brazil. Some people might say, oh, Demon, go to Australia. I see Australia now. I don't want to be in Australia. I'd rather be in Colombia. At least I know there's drugs there. At least I know this is a mess. But beyond that, oh wow, the Philippines actually had people leaving their island too. Yeah, they did. Cool. A little bit of the Filipino population leaving. That's kind of pog. Besides that, there's really not much else to discuss into this. This was a fun game. I enjoyed it. I know we had a bit of a slow start whenever it came to us getting everything set up and ready to go, but again, I always try to make sure I'm ready to go because I don't know how well the AI are going to perform. Because usually all it takes is like you saw our war with Canada. We were winning, and then for some reason, we just start getting bad rolls. I'm assuming that's what I assumed happened in some of the fights, especially over here in this region when those two armies met. We ended up just getting bad rolls, and then my guys got their asses kicked. Well, again, that can happen if you let Britain. Like if let's say Britain's fleet was sitting at strong 200, 300 ships, and I only had those many ships that I had. Like what was it, about between 50 and 70? Even if they don't, let's say, God forbid, they don't have battleships, dreadnoughts, a large sum of them, and only a small number of ironclads. If I won't be able to stop the entire transport fleet possibly for entering here, because if they wanted to, they can come in through this side or this side. Then you got to worry about them invading Alaska, Panama, Hispaniola. You have multiple areas you have to guard and defend. And if the AI get those territories, chances are it's going to add to the war score. And if you're losing any of your battles on the mainland, it also has an impact. So that's usually how I always see things. I always want to guarantee a victory so I don't have to sit there and worry about it nearly as much. But in the end, it still was rather fun. I enjoyed the living hell out of this. This was a fun campaign. It makes me really wish I'd played the U.S. more often, but again, what I usually end up getting is like where I can't take all of Mexico's states over here because Britain gets involved and I can't go to war. That's why I kind of went ahead and just used the save I had because Britain and Spain were like fighting each other for sphere of influence control over Mexico, and it ended up just working in my favor. And I'm lucky I saved the game for when I just did a test run. So that ended up making it a lot more fun for me because I didn't have to do this 3 or 4 or 5 times to try to get this to work correctly. In the end, it worked perfectly. The only other thing I would say that I would, as I said I would have did, was 20-year earlier war. That probably would have worked in my favor. But in the end, we got a fair bit of land. If I could, I would love to see this game get thrown over to like a Hoi 4 series. But I actually don't know how the conversion thing works, so I usually don't mess with it. Because I would like to see it, because it would be cool to play the United States, secure what little land I still got to get from Mexico and the USCA. I assume Canada wouldn't be in an alliance with anybody besides Scandinavia, which easy kills. But beyond that, I do find it rather funny that Lubeck is still controlled by Scandinavia, but Holstein owns the rest of its lands. So that's a mess in of itself. Besides that, all I have to do is say this, guys. Please like, subscribe, leave a comment below. We come back. I don't know what I'll play next. As I said, I still have Mass Effect getting done in the background that I haven't done for a while. Other things is I kind of want to keep playing Vicky 2 because I am having fun with this still. Maybe we'll do Netherlands or Spain. I'll pick maybe that or even Portugal. Like, I have 3 different countries I can play as. I'll have options for it. I'd like to play as Netherlands because I'd like to take over Belgium and Luxembourg. I did that before and it was actually really fun. I got really lucky in a playthrough because Belgium was allied with Britain, but then for some reason Belgium lost that alliance. And then I was allied with Germany, so I just used the Germans to kill them. And then I took over their lands and I conquered them. And I was like, yay, Super Netherlands, woo! So, as I said, I'm glad somebody recommended this to me. I had fun, I enjoyed it, and I will see you guys whatever I decide to do next. So, see you then. Thanks.